Welcome to our weekly chick update video. A couple other things. First of all, check out those cattails. Looking amazing. Lily pads coming in. They're all a little purpley. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Hyacinth doing terribly. I'm going to talk about that as well. If you notice, the water is red. That is because I added a bunch of iron today, and now it's creating a crimson tide. We did that because Katie needs Alabama to win on Saturday in order to win the company-wide NCAA tournament pool. If Alabama and Purdue both win, she wins $1,000. So we did a crimson tide in the pool in honor of that. The real reason is one of the main deficiencies that we experience with our aquaponics setup is iron. You can tell when leaves are turning pale on the plants. And I'll show you a couple of examples of that. I don't think that's what's happening with the hyacinth because they're dying from the ends, which is not the same thing. And I believe that's a different deficiency. But I think that's more of the same thing that inhibits algae growth is inhibiting the hyacinth growth. I might have to do some more research on that. But that's that. I'll mix it in down here and then just let it flow on through and get through all the plant beds. If you look around, a lot of our plants are quite green, so they're doing well. We got some strawberries coming in. Excited about that. Those are always outstanding. But one thing I noticed is with our thyme, you can see that they're really pale in areas. There's a few, like the new growth is a nice dark green the way you expect, but the old growth is all like a pale yellowish going on white almost. Also our cilantro, while it's very good, is not as green as sometimes I expect it to be. Well, it's still pretty good, but not the best. But this is our number one indicator, so we're getting the iron in now to get ahead of the game. You can also see it on the peas, where it's starting to pale out up there. Well, many of them are still doing good. You want the whole thing to be nice and green. There are other possibilities for deficiency, but generally iron is the culprit when we dose the pool. It brings it right back to life. There's our redone rock bed. Katie's got some plants under here. She's trying to grow watermelon this year. You can see that down there. I'm not sure why she's got the double shade cloth, but I'm sure she's got her reasons. There's the chicks gathering by the door. They see us coming. The first time I've seen them over here today. I always like to do it at video time. We moved some of the dirt into the front growing area. Excited to see how those plants go. We've had a lot of success using the compost with the chicken waste, etc. And there they are. You can see. I mean, they're getting pretty big. We're still a couple months away from getting any eggs, but they're really coming into their own, and you can hear them clucking away. No more chirping. And Kiyoshi must be laying an egg. Ma'am, how you doing today? You can see the new group has adjusted quite well to the Leghorn. Never really had a problem with the old red. She's down there pecking at my feet. I wonder if she recognizes these shoes because they're quite old, and I think these were what I was wearing when we first started with her. You know, she came up a little bit faster today than she normally does. There's Penelope. I don't think I've ever actually talked about these walls. We had those set up to, I don't know if you can notice, but the dirt is quite a bit higher on one side than on the other. This is pretty much down to, used to be just rocks. And that's because we have our gas and our air conditioner. So in the past, we've had a lot of problems keeping, especially the air conditioner, clean in the summer, which, as you can imagine, creates a lot of problems. So we're putting in a lot of effort to keep the dust regulated back to the old compost area down there and to this area over here. And it's worked out pretty well. We started it last summer. I think we're going to put down some pavers in this area just to further keep down the dust around the air conditioner. Let this video go for about another minute. For all those that watch every week, thank you very much. I love seeing the views tick up. Anyone that leaves comments, also thank you very much. We're doing this mostly for our own benefit, for documenting what we do so we can look back at it in the future, but for anyone that enjoys it right now, I love sharing the joy.